from those people who were opposed to his politics. They wanted him to address them. So he was a man who was loved, although he was never voted for in some areas. But one good thing, Madam Speaker, about this Raila we're talking about is that he never hated anybody. He would attend weddings, he would attend burials in the Mount Kenya area where he never got any votes. So he was somebody who was very friendly. He had a lawyer by the name Paul Mwangi. Those of us who didn't understand him, we would always ask him, why do you keep a lawyer whose tribe does not vote for us? But he would never give us any answer to that. But he maintained his friends. Madam Speaker, if we go talking about the current Kenyan politics, he is a simple politician, but a complicated one as well. Madam Speaker, for most of us as politicians, we would be very much worried about what we say, not to lose votes. But Madam Speaker, Honorable Raila was a man who could speak his mind irrespective of whatever will happen. A case in point is the CDF when we were meeting him. Madam Speaker, I want to say we have a few lessons to learn from him, and I want you to
Well, I fully understand that your relationship with the former Prime Minister was very special. 1 minute I give you.
Madam Speaker,
please give the mic to the Honorable Mwinyi.
thank you, Madam Speaker. Now, Madam Speaker...
You have 30 seconds to finish. 30 seconds.
Okay, I want to say this. From what we are seeing, Madam Speaker, I would urge President Ruto to make everybody in this country feel that Baba has actually led us to Canaan. We are in this government, let us feel that we are now in Canaan as Baba has taken us. And in ODM party, I'm urging our ODM members not to be loose cannons. Otherwise, any utterances that, of course, can make our membership to lose focus will be detrimental to the party. Let us be very cautious and let us remain a national party, a party that, of course, is loved by every part of this country. So no member should give utterances at this time which can make us, of course, jittery. And I saw something today posted in the news, in the social media, to the effect that once Baba is buried, then ODM is going to be disintegrated. That should not be the spirit of any ODM member. We should stay united and focused. Madam Speaker, with those few remarks, I'm thanking you and I pass my condolences to the whole family of the Raila Odinga, the ODM fraternity, Kenya, East Africa, and the rest of Africa. And Madam Speaker, don't forget, our neighbors were fearing Raila because of influence. Today we have what do you call this gentleman in Tanzania who is jailed? Somebody, Tundu Lissu. We have this guy in Uganda. These are all people who came up as a result of Baba's influence. And that is why perhaps the neighboring countries were not in favor of Raila. Thank you very much, and I support this.
The Honorable David Ochen. The Honorable David Ochen.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I wish the Honorable Raila had lived longer. Madam Speaker, Raila was such a blessed man, and he blessed our country so immensely. He blessed so many people, Madam Speaker. He blessed me too, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, his life is synonymous with Kenyan's life. His struggles were our struggles. His triumphs and victories our triumphs and our victories, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, Raila was so committed to deep democratic ideals, Madam Speaker, devolution, rule of law. He believed in a better Kenya, and that became his lifetime pursuit and endeavor, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, when Raila clenched his fist, when Raila called us to action, the country stood still. When Raila called us to action, the country followed in unison, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the Honorable Raila personified what was best in this country. He was our moral compass, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, he had very many handshakes. And these handshakes, Madam Speaker, most of the time brought us from the brink. His handshakes most of the time brought the country from the abyss, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, though I ran a party, Raila was my inspiration. Raila was magnetic. Raila was infectious. Raila was so humorous, so humble, that for a long time, Madam Speaker, I avoided sitting with Raila for 1 hour, because I feared that if I sat with him, his stories, he'd regale me with stories of war, of conquest, of how the country had grown. And I would tell him, Baba, if I sit with you for long, I would easily go back to ODM. So I would not sit with Raila for long, because I feared that he would convince me to fall off my party and go back. Madam Speaker, Raila was so unassuming. He loved everybody, was so approachable, Madam Speaker. Raila was an institution, Madam Speaker. You would remember, I always say that Raila Odinga was extra-legal. He was extrajudicial. He was the fourth arm of government, because when he decided to give us a holiday, we would get a holiday. If he said the parliament will pass a bill without a comma or a full stop, we would do so, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, his word sometimes was low. Madam Speaker, Raila Odinga was a Pan-Africanist. He bestrode the region like a colossus. Madam Speaker, he mentored many. He taught many. He cared for so many. He led with grace. He didn't have an iron fist, Madam Speaker. So as he goes home, Madam Speaker, all of us wished that he lived longer, that he was with us here longer. And Madam Speaker, like all human beings, he had his frailties. He had his infallibilities, Madam Speaker. He had his hopes. He had his fears. He was weighed down, Madam Speaker, with what ailed our country. He was weighed down, Madam Speaker, with corruption as a vice in our country. He was bogged down with tribalism that had become a cancer, killing our country, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, when videos came out the other day, I saw Raila walking in India. And I could imagine Raila walking with his normal grin, thumping one foot after the other, Madam Speaker, hoping for the best, hoping to return to his beloved country and to keep building the country, keep giving us hope. Madam Speaker, I dare say, and that had Raila died without making peace with William Ruto, Madam Speaker, even this parliament today wouldn't have sat. But because he made peace with everybody, because he put Kenya first, because he loved this country so much, Madam Speaker, he never was power hungry. He never sought to be president by force. Madam Speaker, Raila was a very interesting man. He's the only one who could swear himself in to power and go back to his house without being arrested. It tells you who he was. That Kenyans loved him, and no policeman who would dare arrest him, Madam Speaker. I started my politics under him. I became an MP for the first time under ODM, Madam Speaker, and I forever will be thankful to him for launching my politics, Madam Speaker. To his family, to the Luo Nation, to the country at large, to Mama Ida, to Madam Rosemary, to Raila Odinga Jr., to Winnie, Madam Speaker, we pray that God comforts them, that God gives them.
Thank you very much. The Honorable. "30 seconds, sir. And let it be 30 seconds for real.
That may the Lord give the family peace. May we emulate Raila in our lives, Madam Speaker. Go well, Juan Fidel. Go well, Baba. Joey! Thank you so much, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable George Sunkuya, member for Kajiado West.
The Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, I can hear people asking me what Joey means. And the Honorable Cheng put in quotes Joey. So I believe that it is relevant to the subject matter of today. So it is allowed to pass. Continue, Honorable Sunkuya.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I, my family, and the people of Kajiado West constituency, and the entire Kajiado County, I convey my condolences with profound sadness that I learn of the passing on of the IGMA Prime Minister Raila Odinga, a leader whose unwavering dedication to democracy, social justice, and unity inspire countless individuals and shape the tragedy of this country. The Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Raila Odinga stood firm to defend, to protect the people of this country, to unite us as Kenyans and even small communities. And when small issues and hard issues arise of political tension, the person that needed to calm the country is Raila Odinga. The Honorable Speaker, I came to know Honorable Raila Odinga in 2002 when my first election as a councillor of Kekonyoki South in Kajiado North constituency, when the President Moi declared Uhuru Kenyatta as the running for presidency for KANU, and Raila declared the Kibaki Tosha. That was my first time to know Raila Odinga. And again in 2002, when he mobilized Kenyans against the bad draft of Wako draft that defeated the government in 2005, when he was fighting for a good constitution in Kenya. But he made sure that a bad constitution is defeated in 2005. That's a time when ODM was formed, the Chungwa and DC, that proceeded in 2007 for the presidency in 2007 of ODM. I even on at that time and became so close friend to Raila. Raila has been a fighter to the people of Kenya, a patriot, a man who voted for the devolution in this country. Even the constitution now that we enjoy in 2010, it is the Raila who did all those to this honorable nation. I want to take this opportunity to tell the Kenyans that it is good time to find what Raila had did to this country, to all of us to unite. That now Baba has rest, but he had made friendship to many Kenyans, many leaders, including the former president Kibaki. He was a friend to Daniel Moi. He was a friend and a brother to former President Uhuru Kenyatta. He was a friend. Now the broad-based government, that all of us is important to emulate what this great man has done to this country. I want to take this opportunity to say pole to Mama Ida Odinga, the junior son of the old man and the entire family. Thank you.
Thank you. The Honorable Esther Passaris and Honorable members, you keep calm. The Honorable Passaris will be the last.
Mr. Speaker, thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I rise with a heavy heart, yet with deep gratitude, to pay tribute to a man whose life, courage, and conviction shaped the destiny of our republic. The late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, our Baba, our mentor, and our moral compass.
Honorable Passaris.
Yeah. Yes.
Please say, I would like to move that the House be now adjourned. Honorable Passaris.
Madam Speaker, I would like to move that the House now be adjourned.
Honorable members, I now put the question that the House may now be called upon to adjourn. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, the House, and the time being 16:36 p.m., this House stands adjourned until Tuesday, 4th of November at 2:30 p.m.